All right, let's give everyone a few minutes, we're going to give everyone 30 seconds to join in before we kick this thing off. If you can hear me, drop it in the chat real quick that you can hear me, drop in where you're calling in from. Just a quick little tech check. Drop in where you're calling in from. I'm here in Atlanta, Georgia. Bonus points if you're in Atlanta. Houston, Texas. All right, we got a lot of people in Houston. Yeah. Stephanie, where are you based?
I am based in Cape Coral and Houston and Reno, but right now I'm sitting in Houston.
Nice. Yeah, I love Houston. It's hot though in Houston.
It's hot and the traffic is hotter.
Okay, it looks like we've given everyone a few minutes, so let's go ahead and kick this off. So first, I want to welcome everyone to Workflow Live. This is a recurring webinar series that we do to help accounting firms build better workflows. The whole goal is to have real firm owners, just like you, share how they set up workflows in their firm to solve their problems, so you can level up your own workflows. And you're not only just going to see it, but if you like the workflow, you can actually get it and add it to your financial sense account, so you can easily implement it in your firm. Ultimately, what we're trying to do is just build a community of accountants working together to help build better workflows through community and collaboration. So the one thing I want to ask of you today if you get value out of today's session, I want to encourage you to go share your financial sense workflows to our community-driven library. And if you haven't seen our community-driven library, I'm going to drop a link into it. This is a place you can go to see workflows from hundreds of other firm owners, just like yourself, that they've shared, and you can use them, download them in Excel or to your financial sense account. Stephanie actually has a template, or maybe even a few on the library, and she's going to be covering one of them today. So on that note, let me introduce Stephanie Ramirez, the founder of Assured Bookkeeping Plus. Stephanie, welcome to the show.
Hello. Hello, hello. Yes, I have a list of them that are downloadable, and it's free. Just go into them and download away.
Great. And we'll be sharing some of those templates today in the webinar. But Stephanie, before we jump into the template you're going to be sharing with us today, why don't you tell us a little bit about you and the firm?
Okay, my name is Stephanie. I own Assured Bookkeeping Plus. I have also another company that does education. It's Assured Business Strategies, but we are going to talk about the bookkeeping side. I do bookkeeping and accounting. I do most of it remote, although I can go out to businesses. I love my small and medium-sized businesses. I love to train other bookkeepers also. We use majority of them as QuickBooks Online, although we do some of the desktop still, but not many. I work with Financial Sense. We've been on it for quite some time now. Pretty much, would you say, since almost the beginning-ish?
When was it? When did you do it?
A couple of years.
Probably then. I mean, we started.
I think you guys were just starting out a little bit.
2020 was kind of like the first year.
Yeah, 2021. It's been a few years.
Yeah.
So I've worked with these templates. We do a lot of trades. We do restaurant and bars too, but we do a lot. We love our trade people. Also have a book coming out for a lot of small business owners, how to get out of that fog. So we have a lot of exciting things coming on.
Oh, that's great. I love the book. We were just talking about it. It's really just about getting yourself out of the business, right? Stop being in the business, be able to work on the business. And that's what creates a business that can run without you. That's what gives you, like, the freedom, the flexibility, and, creates a sellable business someday.
Yes. So that's about me. You can reach out to me. You can go to my website. There's a little bio in here. I'm all about education and training. I'm willing to help other colleagues. I don't believe in holding anything in. I'm all about training and education.
Perfect. Well,
we're here for each other, 100%.
Thank you for the introduction, Stephanie. So let's talk about what's the workflow you're going to be sharing with us today.
It is potential client lead tracking. When you go to networking, you get tagged on Facebook. Those things are all super equally important. We all do it. Hopefully we all do it. We come back from networking and we have a stack of business cards like this. What do we do? How do we track it? How do we stay organized? We're going to figure out how to do that in Financial Sense.
Perfect. Excited to see that. But before we jump in, I'm curious, what did you use before to track like your leads?
My stack of business cards and trying to put sticky notes, or maybe I tried Excel, I think, for a while. I had a little flip, one of those little books that had all the little things that you put in it. I tried a Rolodex for a little while. Business card trackers that just fell on the floor. I actually tried in my phone. I had an app at one point where you scan the business card. Nothing worked really well, actually.
Wow. Yeah. And you know, I hear this a lot. And so I'm really excited to see your workflow because I've seen other firms implement something very similar, and it seems like it's been very helpful for them. So I'm really excited to share how you've been doing that in Financial Sense. So on that note, let's jump in.
Okay. So the very first step, and I don't know how many people have done this, the very first step is that instead of when you meet somebody, putting it into, if you use QuickBooks or what is Sage or whatever you might use, before they are a client, don't put it into QuickBooks. Because if you found you put a potential client in QuickBooks, it goes into Financial Sense immediately.
Mm-hmm.
And this, we're talking about before they are a client, before you're sending an estimate out. These are all potential client leads. You've been tagged on Facebook. You go out networking and they give you a card. This is before you have done a consultation. These are very soft leads. You need to follow up with them. So what we're going to do, we have a business card in our hand. You should have a client in Financial Sense that is your company, not the potential leads. We're talking about your company. Mm-hmm. So for instance, I have Assured Bookkeeping client, Assured Bookkeeping Plus as a client in Financial Sense. The only people that have access to this client as me, as myself and my manager. And this serves all sorts of purposes, right? This has specific logins for all kinds of things that we might need under the under different areas of that. It also has the potential client lead tracking, is what we're calling this template. So this template you can download, and it has different sections of it. So the first thing we're going to do is make sure we have the client set up.
So Stephanie, I'm going to share the template into the chat for everyone if they're interested in it. And are you sharing your screen?
I can share my screen, yep.
This is the template for people that are interested in it.
I have
too many windows.
There we go. I want to make sure I'm sharing the right one. Okay, so this is the lead tracking. And so if you have a client set up in Financial Sense, you're going to go and you're going to start up the downloaded template and you're going to load it into that client. And I would leave this in here just as a template for all time. You're going to go out to your networking event. You're going to come home with all these clients, potential clients, and you're going to duplicate this. When you duplicate this, you're going to retitle this and you're going to call it ABC Company. Then this is now that company as a potential lead. Then you're going to go through all of these. You've received the inquiry, right? And you're going to put this into this system, Financial Sense. And underneath there, if you open this up, you're going to have the information inside of that, into the description. And I can't open this up because it's just a it's just a template right now. But inside of that, there you have a description like you do all your tasks. Under that description, you're going to put every single possible information off of that business card. You're going to put where you met them, the date you met them, your email, their email, any description of that person, what they do for a living, what the business is, anything, any kind of follow up, what their business is having problems with, what system, anything in general. I personally add subtasks inside of that initial what they need. The second thing right here is send questionnaire form. My personal procedure in-house is we have a questionnaire form through Microsoft. It is an online form. We have this automated where it actually will send out the Microsoft form to them. It's a Microsoft form. They fill it out. It's got their name, their information, their email, because what we do in-house is we send them the form, they hit submit, it comes to us, we read the form, we set up a consultation with that person. It's a free consultation. Some people charge for a consultation. We don't. That's up to you. And then with that consultation, we go over everything and then we give them an estimate from that.
So question, with this questionnaire form that you're sending, the Microsoft form.
Yes.
How are you automating that? Are you using a task automation to send an email link?
Yes. So this is an automation. Again, that is completely up to you and how you do that. But if you open this up inside of the task, you can have it send, as long as everything is in the system right here,
Mm-hmm.
you can put their email that you've already gotten when you talk to them. You can put the email into the system to send a questionnaire form to them.
Perfect.
Right. And then you put a link into the system for the questionnaire form and it'll send them the email. Okay. And then the next thing right here is you've received that questionnaire form back. So in my forms, it's all through a Microsoft form. Once they hit submit, I receive that back via email. Then I can review it. I download it into my Dropbox. I can then attach that link right inside here into this, all of this right here, this template, so that you can open this template up now under this. Now it doesn't say potential lead. It actually says ABC company. And I can see that questionnaire, or my manager can open this and see that questionnaire and all the answers. So we can, in this one form, again, they're not a client yet. They're a lead. I can see everything that they've answered. And this questionnaire has things like, when did you last file your taxes? Who currently does your bookkeeping? Who's your CPA? When was it last reconciled? How many credit cards do you have? Where do you bank with? Are you happy with everything? What is your goals? All the questions. So now we're going to schedule a discovery call. And we're going to put the date of that discovery call right in here. So now we know all of these things. We're going to go check, 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 check. It's scheduled. Now we're going to have the discovery call. These are the questions that we're going to make sure we ask on the discovery call. Make sure that all of these things get asked during that discovery call. We might even take notes on here. If we open these things up, there is a place in here that we can answer those questions while we're on the discovery call. Everything is still inside of this lead. So now we're going to follow up after we've actually had that discovery call. And we might, at this point, if the discovery call went really well and we think we might actually close the deal, we can go into QuickBooks at this time and send an estimate for services. Or now that Financial Sense has this option, we can send it through Financial Sense.
You're talking about like a proposal with like the scope of work and everything detailed out. Mm-hmm.
So at this point, we can make that decision. Do we want to do it in Financial Sense, or do we want to pop into QuickBooks now, add them as a client? But remember, if we do that, we're going to create a second set of clients now. So we have to decide, because once we do that, there's going to be a second client in in financial sense. So we might want to just hold off, send an estimate for services in another way, because when we're down here, we're going to follow up with that estimate. When accepted, we're going to send an engagement letter. Now, still, until we get here, they're not a client. Once they accept it, now we're a client. We can close this right here out of the actual potential. We can close it right here. And then we're going to move client to an onboarding template. That's when it actually becomes a client. So there's lots of things in this that you can make your own inside of here. You can automate this. You can attach documents in here. You can put dates. You can target dates so that when you look into your actual client of your company, you can have 50 of these and you can put dates. Like I have mine every Friday is a due date. Like this person said, you know what? I'm not ready yet, but can you check back with me next Wednesday? You just put a due date next Wednesday. It's going to populate. Oh, I need to go check back with this person next Wednesday. Oh, that's right. I need to go check back next month, right? I'm not going to forget because I'm going to put under the main part of this task that says ABC Company right up here, ABC Company, and you can put a due date on here, December 15th. You know what? I'm not ready right now, but check back with me next quarter. I can go ahead and put that. And, you know, all of your leads, you can tag this in and say, you know what? I'm not ready, but check back with me. And you can drive this. You can make this completely your own company. You can rearrange this any way you want to.
I'm curious about something just product wise with financials. And so like I get the whole not creating the client in QBO because they're not a client yet. And then if you do that, they can create like duplicates.
Right.
In financial sense, how valuable would it be to have like a lead section for clients? So it's like, it's not a client, but it's a lead in financial sense.
Yes.
That way would you see a lot of that way? You don't have to have like the firm name, for example. Would there be value in that with this process?
So every now and then so these are soft leads.
Yeah.
So every now and then I have had a client that is more of a hot lead.
Yeah.
And I have not used this section for that client. I have actually put them into QuickBooks, pushed them through, and had a separate, more of a hot lead, and put them in separately that way because they are a for sure close. It's more in depth than this kind of a situation because I know that they're going to, and it's a more complex lead tracking combo with an onboarding. And I don't know if that really answered your question.
No, yeah, no, that makes total sense. No, that's very helpful.
But I have had a couple other situations where I didn't want them to get mucked up with this.
Yeah.
Because it was a bigger client. It was a for sure hot lead. And I didn't want it to get lost in the mix of this.
Okay. All right.
So yeah, that would be a little more helpful.
Okay, that's good to know. Yeah, I see a lot of people use Financial Sense for lead tracking, which was surprising at first because that's not what we built it for.
Right.
But it does serve a purpose. So we're 20 minutes in and I want to see, does anyone have any questions they want to ask about this template, about the process, or anything around lead tracking for Stephanie? And then while we do that, I've already shared, again, this template, you can now get it. It's in the template library. I've shared it in the chat. So if you're interested in that as well. Give it a second or two. Oh, and then also Charlotte has dropped in the template. You should see it in the bottom right-hand corner as well. That pops up, get template. Okay. Well, it doesn't look like there's any other questions. Stephanie, did you have anything else you want to share with us today?
No, I have other downloads. If you have any other things that maybe is of interest, I probably have 50 different templates that I use of all different sorts. Let me know. I mean, I have things that I haven't shared, but I can definitely come up with other templates to share.
Yeah, definitely. I
I
mean,
mean,
templates to share. We'd love to have you on for another Workflow Live. And also I want to say, like, everyone, like, download this template, but also go check. She's got other great templates you can go check out. And there's just also a lot of great templates in that library. Don't forget about that. Looks like there's Crystal. It's just affirming that lead section would be nice. Okay, that's good to know. And then potential clients in QBO. I use this for creating estimates, but I love this idea for financial sense. Thank you, Wendy. So yeah, she says she has potential clients in QBO, but like she likes the idea of using this process for estimates and everything. Okay, well, that being said, Stephanie, thank you for joining us today for Workflow Live, and everyone listening in, thanks for joining in, and we'll see you, I think, in 2 weeks for the next one. Until then, go check out the library. Feel free to share your templates and so much more. Thank you, everyone.
thank you. Have a good day.
And then we'll be hopping